To maintain the proper decorum and respect for events such as this, we ask that you abide by the following standards while you are here. First, there will be times that you will be asked to stand for the invocation, the playing of the national anthem, the playing of the Air Force song, the reciting of the oath of enlistment, and the Airman's Creed. Second, we ask that you remain silent during these times, reflecting on the price that has been paid for our freedom. Third, we ask that you pay respect to the flag during the national anthem and as it passes during the review. Military members and veterans in uniform will stand at attention and render a salute. Civilians should stand and place their right hand over their heart. Veterans and military members not in uniform may render a salute or place their right hand over their heart. After the last note of the national anthem and after the flags have passed, you may return your hand to your side. As flights pass in review, applause is appropriate, but please limit that applause so that others may hear the narration of the names and hometowns of the military training instructors. Please reserve the strictest respect during our oath of enlistment. During the oath, service members pledge their lives to support and defend the Constitution and our country. At this time, please find a place to sit. Thank you and enjoy today's ceremony. Ladies and gentlemen, please stand for the arrival of our official party. Please remain standing for the invocation given by Chaplain Marks.
Please pray in your faith as I do in mine. Almighty God, today is a big day, not because of ceremony, but because of what it represents, the crossing from preparation into purpose. With your help, these young men and women have endured the loud voices, intensity, and discipline of their military training instructors. We thank you, Lord, for the strength that you brought them, that you brought them here, and courage you placed in their hearts. You have watched over them through every early morning, every long march, and every test of endurance. Bless these graduates as they continue their journey. May they never again feel the fear of forgetting to lock their security drawer. Grant them wisdom and valor to persevere through any obstacle that comes their way and to remain calm in the chaos. May your presence be with them both in moments of strength and moments of challenge. Help them become the mightiest warriors in the United States Air Force.
Thank you, Chaplain. Please be seated. Good morning. On behalf of this 37th Training Wing, we would like to introduce our distinguished guests, beginning with the host and reviewing official for today's ceremony. The Commander, 737th Training Group, Colonel Bill Ackman, accompanied by his wife, Stephanie. The Senior Enlisted Leader, 737th Training Group, Chief Master Sergeant Whitfield Jack. Also in attendance with us today, Rear Admiral Donna Cottrell, United States Coast Guard, retired. Although time does not permit us to introduce all of our distinguished guests, the 37th Training Wing is proud to welcome each of you. We hope you enjoy today's ceremony. Ladies and gentlemen, prior to today's ceremony, we would like to recognize our newest military training instructors. These instructors have undergone a rigorous 5-month training pathway comprised of formal academic classes and task qualification requirements. They have earned the distinct honor of donning the dark blue campaign hat. From the 322nd Training Squadron, Staff Sergeant Bismarck Birchie. From the 322nd Training Squadron, Staff Sergeant Ray Rizzo.
At this time, we ask all military training instructors, past and present,
To stand in a sign of unity as our newest instructors recite the MTI Pledge. The military training instructor hat that I wear
is a symbol of honor, professionalism, integrity, service, and excellence in all I do. My job is one of the most important to the Air Force, and I will spare no effort to properly prepare men and women for military service. I am dedicated to the principles of fairness, firmness, and honesty. I strive for perfection and reject mediocrity, both in my own personal behavior and in the performance of those I lead. I am an Air Force military training instructor, and above all, I am an American Airman. Present host. Oh, dope host. Post.
the dark blue campaign hat that these instructors received today has been the symbol of the MTI Corps since 1974. These instructors will carry on the tradition and esprit de corps of the United States Air Force as they pass on their knowledge to our newest generation of airmen. Our Commander of Troops is Technical Sergeant Clarissa Wilkes. Colonel Bill Ackman will review today's ceremony.
Staff, attention, cut!
Ladies and gentlemen, please stand for the playing of the national anthem. Thank you. Please be seated. Over the last 7.5 weeks, the men and women before you have transformed from civilians into motivated, disciplined warriors with the foundation rooted in the Department of the Air Force's one team, one fight mantra. Once they leave basic military training, they will continue on to technical training to learn the skills needed to perform in one of 123 specialties. They will then move on to serve at one of 84 installations around the globe or work directly with our sister services. As they move on to technical training, they will continue to focus on adapting to military requirements, achieving occupational proficiency, and learning how to be highly productive members of the armed forces. These men and women will prepare for increased responsibilities and must ensure they are trained, qualified, and mission ready. These graduates are the future of our national defense and will pave the way for the generations that will follow. 737th Training Group, United States Air Force, Joint Base San Antonio-Lackland, Texas. Subject, Honor Flight. The Honor Flight streamer is awarded to the 324th Training Squadron, Flight 741, for their significant accomplishments demonstrating teamwork, excellence, and esprit de corps during the period of 22 September 2025 through 6 November 2025. Signed, Bill Ackman, Colonel, United States Air Force. The honor flight was led by Technical Sergeant Sabrina Freeman and Staff Sergeant Daniel Rojas. Of the hundreds of thousands of American citizens that enter the workforce each year, less than 1% have joined the ranks of the United States Armed Forces. The graduates before you have reached a milestone in their military journey and will require your continued support to assist them in their future endeavors.
March the command in review.
Staff, mark up, hard. Staff, change post, hard. Yes, hard, 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 hard.
The graduates passing in review today represent a portion of the 42,000 men and women who will complete basic military training this year. The 737th Training Group provides all recruits the essential military training to become motivated members of the world's greatest Air Force. The military training instructors are responsible for the indoctrination, development, and discipline of the airmen. They have dedicated endless hours to ensure all training objectives are met. Today's graduates have proven through academic studies, military training, physical training, and the development of teamwork that they are ready to take their place in the United States Armed Forces. As our graduates turn left onto the bomb run to pass in review, they will march over the Enlisted Heroes Walk. The men and women recognized on the pavers have been awarded our nation's highest honors, representing heroic and unselfish actions as members of the United States Armed Forces during conflicts across the globe. Their decorations include 9 Medals of Honor, 23 Air Force Crosses, and 162 Silver Stars awarded for bravery during encounters with hostile enemy combatants. These enlisted heroes serve to inspire all service members to execute their duties courageously and with the honor in their service to this great nation. We would like to direct your attention to our national, state, and territorial flags. As these flags pass in review, please stand and render the appropriate courtesies for our national flag. As a reminder, military members and veterans in uniform will stand at attention and render a salute. We ask that our civilian guests stand and place their right hand over their heart. Veterans and military members not in uniform may either render a salute or place their right hand over their heart. Once the flags have passed, please be courteous of others and be seated in order to allow all our guests the opportunity to view the flights as they pass in review. Now passing in review, from the 319th Training Squadron, the Commander of Troops, Technical Sergeant Clarissa Wilkes, Military Training Instructor Trainer, hometown, Denver, Colorado. From the 320th Training Squadron, A Squadron Staff, led by Master Sergeant Jesus Cintron, Military Training Instructor, hometown, Fajardo, Puerto Rico. From the 324th Training Squadron, the Honor Flight, Flight 741, led by Staff Sergeant Daniel Rojas, Military Training Instructor, hometown, Whittier, California. Flight 742, led by Technical Sergeant Justin Martinez, Military Training Instructor Trainer, hometown, Bronx, New York. From the 322nd Training Squadron, Academic Excellence Flight, Flight 739, led by Staff Sergeant Ray Rizzo, Military Training Instructor, hometown, Devine, Texas. Pacer Forge Excellence Flight, Flight 740, led by Staff Sergeant Bismarck Birchie, Military Training Instructor, hometown, Kumasi, Ghana. From the 331st Training Squadron, Dorm Excellence Flight, Flight 745, led by Master Sergeant Elson Valencia, Military Training Instructor Trainer, hometown, Honolulu, Hawaii. Flight 746, led by Technical Sergeant Casey Clement, Military Training Instructor Trainer, hometown, St. Petersburg, Florida. From the 322nd Training Squadron, the Color Guard, led by Staff Sergeant Corell Billingsley, Military Training Instructor, hometown, Cheyenne, Wyoming. From the 331st Training Squadron, the Flag Mast, Flights 743 and 744, led by Staff Sergeant Philip Thompson, military training instructor trainer, hometown, Basil, Louisiana.
Staff, present, come.
From the 324th Training Squadron, B Squadron staff, led by Staff Sergeant Brittany Richards, military training instructor, hometown, Wichita Falls, Texas.
For there, come.
From the 320th Training Squadron, PT Excellence Flight, Flight 735, led by Technical Sergeant Dylan Gandy, military training instructor, hometown, Hurley, Mississippi.
What up?
Flight 736, led by Technical Sergeant Brenda Ortiz, military training instructor, hometown, Riverside, California. The Drill Excellence Flight, Flight 737, led by Technical Sergeant Lauren McKay, military training instructor, hometown, Brooklyn, New York. Flight 738, led by Staff Sergeant Anthony Wagnon, military training instructor, hometown, Abilene, Texas. Ladies and gentlemen, please stand for the playing and singing of the United States Air Force song.
Thank you. You may be seated. Musical support for this morning's ceremony has been provided by the Airmen from the 321st Training Squadron, performing under the direction of Staff Sergeant Philippe Castro, military training instructor trainer, hometown, McAllen, Texas. we would like to take a moment to congratulate all of our honor graduates as well as their families. Basic military training honor graduates distinguish themselves by being ranked in the top 10% of all graduates in their class. The exceptional integrity, service before self, and excellence, combined with character, commitment, connectivity, and courage they displayed throughout basic military training, earned them this outstanding distinction. As the flights march forward for the oath of enlistment, we would like to reflect on our establishment. The United States Air Force was born with the passage of the National Security Act on September 18, 1947. Since then, anytime, anywhere, America and its allies have needed air power. Airmen have answered the call. Today, with a legacy of excellence and a spirit of courage, we work to develop mission-ready airmen. With the support of the American people, our airmen are ready to meet these challenges by following the example of those who came before us. In short, by innovating, accelerating, and thriving as we move into the future.
Stay, flags down! U.S. flags down! Hey!
Ladies and gentlemen, Colonel Bill Ackman will now come forward and address our graduating class.
Good morning. It's an honor to look into the crowd and see so many families with us here today. 7.5 weeks ago, you entrusted our nation's treasure, your loved ones, to us. And they've undergone a tremendous transformation. And it was not easy. But I'm sure that you're as proud of the outcome as we are. Whether you're a family member, a friend, or mentor, you should take pride in the influence that you've had on these men and women standing here today. And I'd like to personally say thank you for your service. Because without the years of love, guidance, mentorship, or support, they might not be standing here today about to graduate from basic military training. So thank you. Earlier this week, Chief Master Sergeant Jack and I had the opportunity to have a question and answer session with these graduates. And one young man asked how likely we thought it would be that we'd be in a conflict within the next 6 years. And I replied, we are in a conflict every day. Now, it's not open warfare, but it's conflict nonetheless. There are economic, diplomatic, informational, and cyber fronts that we are fighting on daily. Now, if tensions were to rise and kinetic combat operations were to commence, the real question is to ask, what will give us a competitive advantage over an adversary such as China? It's not going to be our aircraft, it's not going to be our satellites, and it's not going to be our software. Those are tools, and powerful ones, but on their own, they're useless. The true competitive advantage of the United States Air Force has always been and always will be our airmen. China can copy our technology. They can steal our blueprints, replicate systems, and produce knockoff versions of the weapons that we employ. What they can't copy is the initiative and the creativity and the spirit that lives in every United States Airman. And that's because as an Air Force, we don't just invest in weapon systems, we invest in people. From day one of basic military training, we expect airmen to think, adapt, and lead. We don't produce followers, we produce problem solvers. Every airman seeks to understand the why and not just the what. And it's that mindset, individuals thinking about how to achieve the mission, that an authoritarian regime will never be able to replicate. We empower our airmen to make decisions at the lowest possible level. In a future fight, to be distributed, fast, and uncertain, that empowerment is decisive. While the enemy waits for orders to come down from senior leaders, our airmen will be executing, innovating, and adjusting in real time. China's strategy is mass. More missiles, more aircraft, more people. Our strategy is mastery. Fewer numbers, but with greater effect. Quality is more important than quantity. So, when we talk about the future fight and where our competitive edge lives, it's not in a hangar somewhere, and it's not in a silo underground. Our edge is standing right here on this sacred ground where every airman has stood before, ready to lead, ready to adapt, and ready to win. Now to the airmen, when you depart here today and linger among the aircraft that's assembled to remind us of our past, I want you to think about what you will write in your chapter of Air Force legacy. This is your time. Be bold. Now I have just one question for you. Are you prepared to join the ranks of the world's greatest Air Force? I think they're ready.
Please stand as Colonel Bill Ackman will now administer the oath of enlistment. Instructors, place your flights at attention.
Order! And
Raise your right hand and repeat after me. I state your full name. Do solemnly swear or affirm.
do solemnly swear
That I will support and defend the Constitution of the United States.
that I will support and defend the Constitution of the United States
Against all enemies, foreign and domestic.
against all enemies, foreign and domestic,
That I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same.
that I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same,
And that I will obey the orders of the President of the United States.
that I will obey the orders of the President of the United States
And the orders of the officers appointed over me.
and the orders of the officers appointed over me,
According to regulations and the Uniform Code of Military Justice.
according to the regulations of the Uniform Code of Military Justice.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Congratulations.
Thank you, Colonel Ackman. Please remain standing while all graduating airmen recite the Airman's Creed and for the departure of the official party. I am an American Airman.
Leader, forward! I will never leave an airman
As a reminder, military members and veterans in uniform will stand at attention and render a salute as the U.S. flags pass. We ask that our civilian guests stand and place their right hand over their heart. Veterans and military members not in uniform may either render a salute or place their right hand over their heart. Once the flags have passed, please be courteous of others and be seated in order to allow all our guests the opportunity to view the flags. As a reminder, the flights are positioned as viewed from the bleachers to the left of the reviewing stand. Flights 741, 742, 739, 740, 745, and 746. And to the right of the reviewing stand, flights 735, 736, 737, and 738. Please be careful while exiting the bleachers and while moving onto the grassy areas. For your safety, we also ask that you refrain from climbing the guardrails and only use the stairs to exit the bleachers. Thank you, and please enjoy your stay at the 37th Training Wing, Joint Base San Antonio-Lackland, Texas.
That's a bit late for us now.
Ladies and gentlemen, please utilize the handrails as you descend the stairs and watch your step to the parade field.
Rizzo!
Ladies and gentlemen, please utilize the handrails as you descend the stairs and watch your step